I can remember the day that my Japanese spouse traveled back home. The goal was for her to visit her mom, and openly things changed after that. But when she went, I knew what that meant. I knew what it meant for my family. I knew what it meant for me. I knew what it meant because we had a lot of chats about the future and our destinies. Today, I miss my wife. I miss a lot of things about her. I see bits and pieces of her personality and her likeness in other people. But I don't choose my next partner based on that. I won't choose another Japanese and I won't choose another Asian. Not going to do that. That would be dishonoring to my family, my Japanese family. My family of choice was a Japanese family. We were bicultural and bilingual. And openly, she also valued the fact that I knew a little bit on Chinese culture, and our friends in her work, for her part-time work, were Chinese of origin, so it worked. I have a son who was Japanese, who also I encouraged through the programming that I paid for him to study a lot of things, many things actually, after his GED was achieved. But truthfully, he studied Chinese, and I was proud of him for doing that. He had beautiful capabilities to do that. He really has a musical ear, thanks to his mom, and everything from there begun. Now, moving forward, I have my eyes set on someone. And my eyes set on someone is rough to deal with, because every single day, even up till yesterday, 2 or 3 times that day, I received the signs of the Lord for that person's name. But at the same time, God knows that people have free will, and they choose their own will, but sometimes choosing your own free will is not the same as gaining from God's will. And despite the fact that I'm working through struggle at this moment of time, it doesn't mean that I haven't learned double or triple or quadruple what I might have learned staying where I was. But God had a new plan for me, and too many people, way too many people, thought they'd take advantage of that downturn in my lifetime and literally hurt me with it. So I'm not about to choose another person who hurts people unless I say, babe, take care of it. And that means she better come out of that shell of hers and do something with it. But in life, we have opportunities. And those opportunities in life are not to cause other people strife. You see, if you consider yourself a person of God's house, if you consider yourself a person of the Lord, if you consider yourself a Christian or some sort of Muslim or some sort of individual of faith, then you know what sin is. Sin is when you harm another person. I've done a lot of reading on this because I really want to know, what is the definition of sin? And what is the definition of Satan? And sin is when you harm someone's life. And Satan is that spiritual force that takes hold in a human being that wants to have power over someone that they don't have the right to have.